Imagine for a moment that you are looking at a famous painting like the Mona Lisa, but she is standing on the dusty surface of the moon. Or perhaps you are watching a high-quality movie where the main character suddenly stops, looks directly at you, and asks for your advice on what to do next. This is not just a dream or a strange piece of digital art. It is the beginning of a massive change in how we create and experience everything we see, hear, and read. We are moving into a world where the boundary between the person making the story and the person watching the story is starting to disappear. For a long time, we have been used to a very specific way of consuming media. We sit in a dark theater or on our living room couch and we watch what someone else has finished. But something new is happening. We are entering an era of co-creation, where you are no longer just a spectator but a participant. This shift is going to be as big as the change from watching scheduled television to using streaming services. It is a total transformation of our digital culture. To understand where we are going, we first have to look at where we have been. For most of human history, content was what we might call one-way traffic. Think of a book, a movie, or a professional news article. This is a finished product. A group of experts spent a lot of money and time to make it perfect so that it would appeal to as many people as possible. You view it, you listen to it, but you cannot change it. This is a very expensive way to make things, and because it costs so much, the people making it usually take very few risks. They want to make sure everyone likes it, so the stories often follow the same familiar patterns. This is the world of professional media that we all grew up with. Then, about 20 years ago, things began to shift. We entered a phase where you could suddenly upload your own content. Think about social media, blogs, and memes. Suddenly, billions of people were sharing their own photos and videos. This made the world feel much smaller and more personal. We stopped looking only at what the big companies produced and started looking at what our friends and neighbors were making. This created an incredible amount of data. In fact, the amount of digital content we are creating now is so vast that if you tried to record it all with a camera, you would have to start filming billions of years ago, long before the first dinosaurs ever walked the earth. This mountain of data is what has allowed artificial intelligence to learn how to speak, draw, and even compose music. Now we are standing at the dawn of a third stage. This is a stage where content is not just viewed or uploaded, but actually generated by you in partnership with a machine. The surface concept here is that AI can be a very powerful tool to help us make things faster. We see people using it to write emails or create cool images for fun. But if we only see it as a faster way to do old tasks, we are missing the most important part. The hidden assumption we often make is that stories have to be fixed. We assume that a movie has a beginning, a middle, and an end that never change. We think of a character as a script that is locked in a vault. But what if a story could grow and change while you are experiencing it? What if a character could remember your name and react to your specific personality? This is the structural pattern of the future. It is the move from static media to dynamic, spatial intelligence. Instead of just a flat video, we are learning how to build entire 3D worlds that do not exist in reality but can be explored from every angle. These worlds are not just empty spaces. They are places where the narrative can develop on the fly. Imagine a writer who is writing a novel specifically for you, and as you read the pages, the plot changes based on how you feel or what you ask. This has never been possible in human history because humans cannot work that fast. We can only consume a story as fast as a human can tell it. But AI can generate content at or even above the rate of consumption. This means that for the first time, every single person can have their own unique version of a story. This is a complete reframing of our perspective on entertainment. It moves us from a world of passive consumption to a world of active agency. In your daily life, this might look like a video game that never ends because the world keeps building itself as you walk. Or it might be a social media platform where you don't just watch an influencer, you enter their world and help them decide what to do next. It blurs the line between a movie and a game. It makes the digital world feel like a living, breathing place. Of course, this technology is still very new. The first experiments might look a bit strange or feel a bit awkward, just like the first movies or the first computer games did many years ago. It takes time for artists to learn how to use new tools to tell stories that really touch our hearts. But the potential is undeniable. This is not about replacing human creativity, it is about giving humans a much bigger stage to play on. The best storytellers of the next generation will use these tools to create experiences that we cannot even imagine yet. They will build worlds where we can learn, play, and connect in ways that feel more natural and engaging than ever before. We are moving toward a future where the story is something we do together. It is a partnership between the creator who sets the stage, the AI that builds the world, and you, the person who brings it to life with your own choices and ideas. This is a journey into the unknown, but it is one that promises to make our digital lives much richer and more meaningful. We should stop thinking of ourselves as just viewers and start thinking of ourselves as explorers and co-authors of the digital age. The world of Content 3.0 is a place where your imagination is the only limit to where you can go and who you can become. It is a place where a character like James Bond might actually stop to ask you for your opinion on his next mission. It is a place where we are no longer just looking at the credit roll but are actually a part of the cast. As we step into this new world, we have to rethink our relationship with technology and with each other. We are building a global library of experiences that are as unique as we are. This is a powerful and exciting shift that will define the next several decades of our lives. If you could step inside your favorite story today and change one thing about the world or the characters, what would be the first choice you would make to start your own unique adventure?